Today's topic is going to be rather interesting, something that we don't often like to talk about, the sacred gift of sex. I remember there used to be a song way back by Aretha Franklin called Who's Zooming Who? And we're not talking about in marriage, we're talking outside of marriage. We are really at it the way men are also at it. They're also at it with us, married or not. If I had to do my life, if I had to relive my life, you know what? I wouldn't go there before marriage. Because the more sexual experiences you have, the more you abuse your body. So what's the big deal about enjoying sex outside of your marriage? It's just to fulfill that sexual desire that you may have at the time. I may sound old-fashioned, but I won't apologize for it. I believe the consequences of taking sex outside of the context that God created it for always has been and always will have serious repercussions for individuals and families. And for women, it's even worse. I'm addressing mainly women because we're the ones who often get hooked into toxic sexual relationships that come back to destroy us, to the point of women wanting to commit suicide because they're in a sexual relationship with this married man. A lot of times it's married man with single women, or married women with single men. But the point is, it is still outside the context of what God meant it to be. So I'm talking about why are we doing what we are doing and how does it feel afterwards. And you know, ladies, men move on. And that is after you have given away your body, spirit, and soul. It doesn't feel nice. By the way, I've been there. Yeah? So it's not as though I'm sitting here talking about something I've not been there. But let's go back to the beginning to understand what sex is about, and especially how we as women get hooked into it outside of marriage. Why do we get drawn to it? I think we need to start with, why did God create sex? God tells us, therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. The man and his wife were Adam and Eve. It is so special and sacred. And it is to be treasured and experienced within the context of marriage as God planned it and created it. And when you go outside of it, we know what happens. Do you understand what the pull is? Most of the time, women associate the sex they have outside marriage as love. Ladies, that isn't love. If you are pushed into, or you are pressured into, or you push and pressure to have sex, that's all it is. It has nothing to do with love. It is about meeting your own physical needs, thinking that if somebody has sex with you outside of marriage, it proves that they love you. But you know what? They don't. They actually don't. And if somebody respects you, they will actually wait for you. They really will, because it is going to be for the two of you within the right environment, the right place, in a family situation where there is total commitment from both of you, and the gluing will bring you together as God intended. Why are we drawn to this? It's because as women, we feel we need so much to be loved by that person that we are looking to have sex. And when they don't pursue sex, we get worried. We start thinking, oh, maybe he doesn't like me that much. Maybe I'm not attractive that much. You know what? It becomes an affirmation for you. Because we believe it is meant to be done out of love, that is why we get hooked into he's doing this because he loves me. Yeah? So, what happens is we become negatively addicted to the joining that God intended for husbands and wives, except it's totally out of context. That is why it feels uncomfortable. That is why oftentimes you feel dirty because you know, oh my goodness, did I just do that? You know those one night stands? You know those affairs in the back seat of the car, the hot, the sweat? Ladies, that's not love. You just end up with horrible, horrible feelings, as well as being affected by, your self-esteem goes down really, because deep down, you know what I'm doing is not okay. As in all things, when we break God's laws for our own selfish reasons and pleasures outside of the boundaries God has given us, there will and always have been dire consequences. And ladies, once men have had sex with you outside of marriage, it's another notch on their bedposts. You know what? These guys talk about it. Some of them even laugh about it. Some of them even challenge each other, like how many have you had? Who are you going for now? For them, it is totally physical. In the meantime, there is a shame that you experienced, which Adam and Eve never felt because it was in the right context. They were naked and they did not feel shame. What do you feel? Can you stand in front of this person you're having an extramarital affair with? Can you stand there in all nakedness and not feel embarrassed or shame? Ladies, if we are doing this, it is going to come back to haunt you. It really, really will, if it already hasn't. If you're single, separated, or divorced, and are struggling with burning passion, continue to wait patiently for the right time for you to enjoy the gift of sex, because it's a gift. Sex is a wonderful privilege that comes with responsibility. It is not about hot breath, weak knees, fulfilling my fleshly desires. That's not how God meant it to be. It is not worth it. You are so much more valuable than that. Wait, wait, wait. You will not have to regret it. God bless you. Till next time. Like it, share it, spread it around. There are women out there who absolutely need your support. And please also comment. Again, we need each other. Let us support each other to get out of the difficult situations we live, so that we can live the life that we were meant to live. And that is one of purpose and joy and love. So, till then, God bless you. Take care and shalom, shalom.